How you doing, Cowboy fans? This is B-Bird Cowboys. It's a great time to be a Cowboy fan. Good afternoon, Cowboy fans. This is B-Bird Cowboys. I was just coming at y'all, man. It was some things on my mind, so I said I was going to come do a live to get some things off my mind right quick. Of some thoughts of some things going on. The Cowboys are always in the news, as we know. It's Super Bowl Sunday, and Cowboys are always in. It's not Jacksonville, it's Carolina, it's always Dallas, because I guess you got to sell, right? Got to get those clicks. But the thing I was going to talk to y'all about a little bit, because I've been hearing other content creators kind of speak on it, the D-Law comments. And another thing I want to talk about a little bit is my thoughts on, the Pickens situation. It's not a situation yet, but our history says that it could get into a little messy, put it that way. So I guess we'll get into the D-Law thing. For one thing, to me, it was very awkward. I don't know how reporters do it. I just couldn't. I could not ask D-Law those pointed questions about the Dallas Cowboys when the man is just celebrating a Super Bowl with Seattle. But I guess, again, you got to get your clicks or whatever, and the Cowboys drives, the eyes and ears. I guess Josine Anderson asked him, did some questions juxtaposing the Seattle situation versus the Cowboy situation. And, D-Law said some things. He said some things when he signed with those guys. When he signed with Seattle, and he said that, hey, I'm not going to win a championship in Dallas. A lot of people, content creators, got up in arms about it. A lot of fans got up in arms about it. And some players did also. Y'all don't mind my dog. Let me close my door. He's a barker. Sorry about that. But anyway, I can't remember where I was. But anyway, fans got up in arms, players got up in arms, and a lot of people. But I that's his opinion, right? You're looking at a guy, listen to a guy that's been in the locker room for 10 years. And so he has a perspective about things that we don't have on the outside. And a lot of those things, we get a lot of information out, but we're not going to get a lot of those type things out. So when he said that, I wasn't offended by it. I mean, that's just his opinion. And so what did he end up doing? Well, he ended up backing it up, right? He ended up going all the way to the Super Bowl, being a major contributor to the team, going to the Super Bowl, and made a couple of plays in the Super Bowl also. So, I mean, the guy gets everything he deserves. Hey, when you're the champ, you get to say whatever you want to say, man. And if you want to stop him from being a champ. So Josina Anderson asked him, and he made a comment. He said something to the effect, players win Super Bowls, not logos. That was a direct shot at the Cowboys. But that's okay, though, right? That's okay for him to say that. And it's okay personally for me for him to say that, because I've been saying that forever. We're about marketing. We're about getting eyes on us. We're not about winning and winning first. So when he said that, again, I've heard some content creators kind of going at D-Law. I mean, that man got the crown on his head, man. You can't say nothing about that. And I've seen a couple of things, and I'm going to give you this analogy. Say a team scores, a high school team get beat 80-0, and they interview the losing coach. It's two pats that that losing coach can take. He can criticize that other coach for being classless, right? That he should have pulled guys out the game, he should have did this, and he should have did that. Another approach that coach could take and said, you know what? If we don't want them to score 80 points, we got to get better. If we don't want to feel like this again, we got to get better. We got to do better. We got to do more. We got to practice harder. Hey, we need guys in the offseason coming in here, lifting weights, getting better, running routes, doing 7-on-7, going to camps. We got to do better. And I think the second approach is how I take things. So if I don't want D-Law to be putting a Super Bowl in my face, well, I got to go win a Super Bowl or do everything I can to go win a Super Bowl. I shouldn't be worried about him legislating his tone or his words. He won a championship. He gets to say whatever he want to say. He's the world champion. He's on a team that's the best team in football, and it's earned. It's not talked about. So he gets to say that. I don't get where people are, D-Law. Don't turn it on that guy. That's crazy to me. No, look at yourself. How you going to better yourself by pointing the fingers at the other? Look at yourself and see what can we get better. Did we have a defense as good as Seattle? No, we didn't. Not even close. Did we have an offense that's better than Seattle? Yes, we did. Do we have a front office that's better than Seattle? No, we don't. We don't. And so the thing about it is, y'all, we got to get better. This is a call. If you don't want him talking and you don't like the way he talk, don't try to legislate him. You go get better so you could be the one talking. Because if we won a Super Bowl, we'd be the one talking. We'd be talking crap to Michael Parsons. We'd be talking crap to D-Law. That's what we do. Like, yeah, y'all left, and look what we did when y'all left. I'm glad y'all did leave. Look how much we improved after y'all left. That's what we be saying. So that's the same thing they're doing. No, go get better. I don't understand how people don't reflect on themselves in moments like this as a team, as Cowboys, but individually. Like when you fall short in a competition or fall short in anything, if that's sales, that's whatever, look at yourself and say, where can I get better? Yeah, that person might have won. He had the most sales. What is he doing that I'm not doing? Because when you don't point the finger at yourself, you're really saying that you're good and you just need the right time. No, that's not it. It's time to go back and investigate what you are and your performance. That's what the Cowboys should be doing now. That's what the fans should be doing now. And I don't like content creators doing that, man. Like, let that man talk. It's like if you're a heavyweight boxer, you just knocked out. Y'all been talking trash the whole time. You knocked the dude out. Of course you're gonna talk. The other dude just say, what are you gonna say? Well, he shouldn't be talking like that. Nah, he's gonna talk, and that's what he should do. But guess what? Get a rematch and go back and fight him. And you better not come back with that same plan you had before, because you got knocked out the first time. So this is not going to be a long video, y'all. This is going to be just a kind of a short video. Hey, I hope y'all like the intro. My daughter did that. Brianna, thank you, Bree, for doing that. And Chris, my son, helped out on it. They did a great job on it, man. So I just want to give them a shout out right now. The other thing I want to talk about, because this really gets overlooked in my opinion. So the rumors are we're going to franchise tag Pickens, which I don't necessarily have a problem with. My Bryce Bird, my son, has a problem with it. Pickens is his favorite player. He don't want him to go, and so that's that. But I think I'm going to give y'all a story. But I think everybody underestimates the effect that these dragging the players through the mud and sullying their name, for a better word. That's a Law Nation word. And then eventually maybe signing them. I think that has a negative effect on the locker room, to be totally honest with you. And I'm going to give y'all a story about that, what I went through, and I'll tell y'all the effects that it had. But, whenever some of the players in there look at a CeeDee Lamb, a Dak Prescott, who's at the top of not just their team, they're at the top of their position in the NFL. They went out the year prior, did everything. CeeDee Lamb broke records for the Dallas Cowboys the year prior. He comes back, and now the negotiations stalled, and he has to hold out and all this other kind of stuff. Dak Prescott, he's been franchise tagged twice as a franchise quarterback, which is crazy, y'all. And then he had to get Trey Lance. Jerry Jones got frustrated with the negotiation and wanted to try to trade for some leverage, and went and got Trey Lance. And for anybody, and I said it as soon as he got it, that's what it was for. Content creators was poo-pooing it. I say, no, A lot of people saying it's just a talent. No, you get a young talent that no, he's not doing that for that. He's doing that because he gets in his emotions. And when I said that, I want y'all to read back, fast forward to Michael Parsons, emotional. I'm talking about Jerry Jones. So that's how they did Dak Prescott. And then they finally signed him the day before, I guess, the season started. I think it was actually that Sunday or Saturday night. D. Law had to threaten surgery. Dez Bryant, drug him through the mud. And so it's been players after players that they've drugged through the mud in the public. And then they got him signed. And everybody thinks, okay, he signed it, everything is good. I don't think so, y'all. I want to juxtapose that. I want to do that versus what I've seen done with Aiden Hutchinson. The 2024 year, Aiden Hutchinson was out. He got injured and he was out for pretty much, I think he got injured in the Cowboy-Detroit game early in the year. And word came back that the GM told him, hey, Aiden, if you go out there and show us you the Aiden Hutchinson of old, man, we're going to sign you. We're going to have no problem signing your contract. About game 6 this year, Aiden Hutchinson was proven who he was. And Aiden Hutchinson got a contract signed. Nobody heard about anything about the negotiations, man. It was all done in silence. It was all done with respect and dignity. The Cowboys don't handle these players with respect and dignity because they don't have to. Most GMs got to do it because their job is connected to these star players. So they have to watch themselves with it. Dallas don't have to do that because it doesn't matter if they handle them bad, handle them good. They're going to be here. And so the thing is I wonder if those things resonate with in the locker room. Like, how does that play in the locker room? Hey, I got I think it's JT Wolf Sports on there. Hey, JT, I appreciate you clocking in with me, man. Hey, I'm just getting things off my mind right now, man. I appreciate you listening to me, man. If I got one, or if people on listen to it on the rewind, man, I appreciate all y'all out there. Just being in this community, man, is great, man. Just have me opportunity to talk about something I'm passionate about, which is Cowboy football. But back to what I was saying, how does that resonate in the locker room? How does that bring about a culture of, hey, man, you go out there and work hard and you play above expectations, you will get paid. Don't worry about that. Why? I've seen it done with our other players. That's how they do it around here. But if you don't, you're probably going to get cut. Or you're going to move on to another team, or your contract won't be as lucrative. But whenever the players actually reach that, right, they break records like Dak Prescott, like CeeDee Lamb. Then what happens, right? It doesn't matter because you're going to get drugged through the mud anyway, right? And so I've talked to some content creators. I brought this up, and they kind of, I don't think it's that much of a deal. I think it is because it's a human factor. So I'll tell y'all about a story about how I think this goes, right? So I work in the oil and gas industry. And in 2015, we had a strike, a work stoppage, or whatever we want to call it. Man, that lasted for 6 months or so. And there was a lot of contentions with the union and with the company. We went back and forth. And to be honest with you, at the end of the day, I think everybody in the union said, yeah, the company won. They beat us down on that one. They took a lot of things away from us. So we go back to work. And I think the company is under the impression like, hey, man, we all back. Everything is good. Man, still to this day, that was in 2015. People still are hurt behind that negotiation. And I can tell you this too. Some of the people that I talked to, they haven't been engaged in the process of where we work at since before the strike. They were more, hey, let's get everything together. Hey, y'all, hey, we got to do this because, this is what we, as a company, we're all rolling together, salary, hourly, we're all going to one common goal. That's not really the case anymore. And we still got people that are disgruntled behind that. And I think what I'm saying is this. After the negotiations, like things that are said about you, I've heard something in my that helped me out a lot in my life, and I hope this helps y'all out. A doc told me a long time ago when I was at work, he said, man, you can't unring a bell. And I was like, what do you mean? He said, once you say something, you can't take it back. And I was like, Yeah. I said, yeah, you can. You can apologize for it. He said, yeah. So that's when he said, well, you can't unring a bell. What he means by it is, if say you have a significant other and you call them out their name, and then you go and apologize for it. You can apologize for it, but that person still heard that word and still will think about that word. You know what's better than that? The thing that's better than that is not saying it. And so but with the Cowboys, when I say you cannot unring a bell, is some of the things that they say about these, Dak Prescott, accuser's lawyer is on 105.3 The Fan. Where else does that happen where they feel comfortable enough? We're talking about the flagship radio station of the Dallas Cowboys, having on the accuser of your franchise quarterback, the lawyer, on for an interview. Really? What does that happen at? Who gets that okay? How does 105.3 feel comfortable enough to actually do that? That's crazy to me. And so I think that we underestimate like the locker room culture. And I know the Joneses do, because they think business is just business. Yeah, we talked about you. We trashed you, but we did sign you to a contract. Nah, man, I'm going to go play. I'm playing on this contract because it's money. But, I'm just going to go out here and play this game, man. I'm not going to run through a wall for you. I run to the wall for you. Why? Because look how you did me, dog. I can't unhear that. So, I just think that people really underestimate. And one of the things too, I'm going to stop, because I said this the other day. Dak Prescott is one of the most button-up quarterbacks you have. But I'm going to tell you something, Dak Prescott is not. He ain't no Jones fan. You ain't going to find him sitting courtside with those guys. It's all business, because he knows how this thing goes. It's all business with him. He's in there for those 53 guys in the locker room. But beyond that, and the coaches, I wouldn't either. How they've treated me. They've never really treated me like a franchise quarterback. They treated me like a backup trying to get paid, like I had one good year. And so, y'all gonna treat me like that. You're showing me everything that you think about me. And so I just think that people really underestimate like these contracts, not only individuals themselves, but on the locker room and what the expectations are and how it sets the climate in the locker room, man. Like if you know that I go out there and I do my job and I exceed expectations, two things you're going to do. You're going to try to exceed expectations. Why? Because it's been shown that if I exceed expectations, I will get rewarded. If not here, somewhere else, but usually here. So I just think that it does resonate. And I think they need to watch themselves on how they deal with players, man. They got to deal with players as human beings, as people that's going to be on your side, not people that's against you. So I did just want to come on and talk about D-Law, and I think about the approach to it. I just think that, man, when a guy does that, you tip your hat to him, man. You say, hey, man, look, you did that. Now, that don't mean that you don't have a burning desire inside to show him, but you got to go back and take a macro look and back up and say, what are we doing wrong here? And what do we need to change? And how can we change it? And then, and not minor moves like go and get backup linebackers and stuff like that. No, I'm saying really say, no, we got to go change things. I know that the New England Patriots changed coaches this year, but they also signed players to the tune of $350 million worth of contracts. So they changed coaches and players. Seattle signed a lot of guys also. It doesn't take that much, man. It takes a commitment from your organization to try to get there. And I said on Sky's show yesterday, I was just talking to him, we got to stop keeping the bat on our shoulders, man. We got to start swinging the bat, y'all. We keeping the bat on our shoulders, hoping for a walk. What's that? That means that we want to build a team good enough to get to the playoffs and hope everybody else have injuries, fall off, things fall right. When you build your team right, you ain't got to worry about nothing falling right, man. You don't care about nothing. Like, I don't care about playing you anywhere. I don't care about going to Seattle. I don't care about going to Green Bay. If my team is built right, I feel comfortable about going anywhere and playing someone. So, like I told y'all, this is going to be a short video. I just want to get a couple of things. Let me make sure I got everything. Yeah. And just give a hats off to D Law, man. He did that thing, man. I wish he could have did it here. But again, one more thing, man. When Dalton Schultz made those comments about the distractions in Dallas, I was really disappointed in how many content creators went at him. That was crazy to me. The two things I found out about people on is that when Dalton Schultz made that comment and guys went to bat for the Cowboys organizations, talking about, well, if you can't work out with some distractions, the margins in the NFL are so small that any little thing will get you off out of that. It will, y'all. The margins, the difference in the teams are so small that any little things like that would throw you off. And we had content creators and fans bashing Dalton. I could not believe it. I'm like, we seen this organization for 30-something years not get there. We got to figure out, we got to say that something's wrong. And a guy from the inside is saying these things and y'all dogging him for telling the truth. No, that was completely thrown off to me, y'all. So, but when Dalton Schultz said those things, he was right, y'all. And this is something here. Before I was even a content creator, it got me, man, because there was some guys I really respect that was out there defending the Cowboys organization. And all you see is guys continue to leave and go other places and say, what? It's all about football here. What the opposite of that is not about football, all about football over there. And they keep telling you this, and then we keep poo-pooing these guys. Well, it's Michael Parsons saying it. It's D-Law saying it. It's Dalton Schultz saying it. Everybody that leaves here say the same thing. That now I can just concentrate on football. It's all about football. It's not about marketing. It's not about the owner all up in the videos, all on the songs. It's not all about that, y'all. And y'all got to get that in y'all minds. When people criticize, when it's legitimate criticism of this organization, you can either do two things. You can get hurt, your feelings hurt, and defend it, or you can say, is what they're saying real? And if so, how do we fix it? Which one makes you better? One of them makes you feel better, right? But the other one will make you be better. And that's in life, y'all. That's in life. If somebody gives you good criticism, at my job, I have this was a long time ago. I started a new position, a new job. And we have a guy that was at that job at the time. We'll call him Mike. Or we'll call him John. John was one of the least liked persons on my job. Nobody liked this guy. And so John saw me doing my job one night, and he came up and told me, hey, man, you need to do better about this, that. No, you need to do. And he didn't say it in a real nice way. I got kind of mad at him. I ain't say nothing to him, but I went out for the weekend, and then I came back. But over the weekend, I had a chance to think. I don't like John. Nobody likes John. But is what John's saying real? And then I had to ask myself that, and I said, no, what he's saying is real. So when I got back to work that Monday, I walked up to John, and John looked at me like we used to go at it. I said, John, you were right, exactly what you said, and I'm going to do better about that. And from that day on, I was better in that job than I was. And I appreciate the criticism because the criticism made me better. It's how you respond to the criticism. If it's real criticism, if it's real, if it's true, if it's facts, okay, how you going to respond to that? You can make yourself feel better by going at John and talking about it because everybody's going to listen to it because nobody liked it. Or you can say, is what he said legitimate? I took the second route, and I was a better person for it. That's in life, y'all. So just in life, that's the same thing in cowboy land. If the criticism is real, identify it, and does it match up with other things? Yes. Okay, if it matches, okay, let's fix that then. Because the criticism is real. All criticism is bad. It doesn't make us feel good by being criticized, but it makes us better if we handle it the right way. So I think that's it, y'all. It's a little quick video. I really wanted to debut my daughter's video. She did an outstanding job. Thank you, Bree. and my son for helping her edit it. Chris, thank you for that too. So, hey y'all continue. Will you if y'all can't share this video, like, subscribe, do all those things that you're supposed to do to the videos, y'all. Just try to help me grow a little bit. I'm just trying to grow organically, y'all. I ain't trying to blow up or make no whole bunch of money off of it. I do it off a passion. I have a passion for the Dallas Cowboys. And just want to see them get 6, man. I'm getting older, y'all, so I want to see 6. You also will see. Look out for the future. My son be back on probably some draft talk, post draft talk, that is, to see who we got. Also, I might get him on because me and him may debate Pickens. My son's a real big Pickens fan, man, and he really wants Pickens back on his team. So what we might do is get back on, do a father-son type situation again like we did before. If y'all didn't catch it, y'all check on my channel. Me and him did something before. He did an outstanding job, and I want him back on again. So he's in college right now, so hopefully he'll find time to link up and we can do something. I think our first show will probably be to sign or to trade Pickens. So I got that. If he's looking at it, he's probably, or if he looks at this, he's probably going to be like, oh man, yeah, he's probably ready for that argument or debate. So anyway, y'all, this is B-Bird Cowboys. Thank y'all for whoever joined. And if y'all get it on the watch back, appreciate y'all listening to me, man. Like I said, I'm passionate about this team. And sometimes want to get up here, just come on and check in with you guys and just tell y'all what my thoughts are. Also, too, we missed OG podcast 7:00 last Friday. We do it on 7:00 on Fridays, but we had some different things that came up. So we'll probably be getting together this Friday with Big Time and Cowboy Joe, man. They're my guys. So hopefully in the future, we all can get together at one spot and do a video, man. We got to all get together, probably in Dallas or something like that, man. That'd be real cool. But anyway, y'all, I appreciate everything. It's been a blast. And Cowboys out.